Hi, it's Erik, and it's time for the video conversation this week. This week I had a great opportunity to join Uber, a great technology company that joined as a partner with a group called ECPAT, a very important anti-human trafficking organization. And what they did is a partnership where they launched an opportunity now to sign a code of conduct where Uber's employees will now be trained to identify potential sex trafficking and human trafficking. And it's another great example of how these partnerships, not just the laws we pass, but the partnerships are helping actually save lives, and so I want to compliment those organizations. Now we're going to get to the questions. We had some really good ones that came in this week. Actually, the first is an email we took from Linda in Minnetonka, and she writes in, "Dear Congressman Paulsen, as your constituent, I urge you to support and co-sponsor the Global Food Security Act of 2015. This bipartisan legislation authorizes a successful approach to food security and agricultural development currently utilized by Feed the Future and ensures that we can build upon this program's success to fight hunger and malnutrition. Please do what you can to help pass this bill. Sincerely, Linda." Actually, Linda, thanks for sharing your thoughts on that. I'm actually a co-sponsor of this legislation. It's hard to believe, but it's true that there are about 800 million people around the world that have some sort of chronic hunger issue, including 160 million children. And a report that came out not too long ago in 2014 did report from the intelligence community that actually addressing the lack of adequate food in countries is a destabilizing factor in a lot of foreign countries. And so this Feed the Future initiative is an initiative that started in the Bush administration. I am a co-sponsor of the bill that now guarantees this is part of law that authorizes the United States to participate in this program. And what it does is essentially not just give food to those that are hungry and food aid, it also teaches agricultural support so we can teach folks to actually grow their own food and, more importantly, that food to market as people become more entrepreneurial, create their own small businesses, and get income to care for themselves. And that initiative hopefully will be signed into law by the President very shortly. We also heard in an email from Jess in Maple Grove, and Jess writes in, "Representative Paulsen, our education system is not meeting the needs of our increasingly technological society. Many elementary, middle, and high school students do not receive the inspiration and information to pursue STEM disciplines. This is especially true for young girls, as women tend to be underrepresented in STEM fields. Please support policies that will increase opportunities, especially for girls, to get involved in STEM. Thanks, Jess." Jess, actually, thanks for sharing your thoughts on that. As the father of 4 daughters and a STEM graduate myself in mathematics, we do need to focus more time and attention on STEM education, in particular encouraging young women and girls to participate. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And one example of the importance of why we need young women involved in this field is that, as an example, there are 47% of the workforce of women who are involved in STEM fields, but only 12% of those civil engineers are women, a very small percentage in that field, for instance. And so this week the House passed bipartisan legislation that actually directs attention to this issue. It creates a new program, actually it renames an existing program. It's called the Jeanette Rankin Women and Minorities in STEM Fields Program, and it's a program that's named after the very first woman elected to Congress. And now it'll make sure that there are dedicated education grants in the STEM fields to encourage more participation in these fields by young women. I want to encourage you all to stay in touch. Have a great week and a great weekend. If you can reach me anytime, of course, on Facebook, on Twitter, or of course on the website at paulsen.house.gov.